Traditionally, with commercial air travel, what you find is, at 35,000 feet, there's nothing else there that's not man-made, and therefore you can communicate back and forth from the from the plane to an air traffic control center and know that you can be efficient in managing that environment. But today, the air traffic controller role is I think the single most stressful job there is. And as we start thinking about drones and autonomous devices in the lower altitude, it's simply not practical to think that it would be managed the same way. So we have a model that we call the 3D airspace management model that basically allows you to visualize everything that's in the physical world, and then also begin to trace where other vehicles are operating within that context. So the ability to whether you want to call it the air traffic control role is now about putting on the augmented reality goggles and saying, okay, and sort of stepping into watch the airspace and say, okay, well, this vehicle traveling here with the wind speed that I'm detecting this way, I need to change how it is that I operate. So that concept, I think, is an interesting one, because at the very low level airspace, there's simply the number of actors goes up exponentially. So, and you have birds or other biological creatures that, don't carry transponders, right? They're not communicating with air traffic control typically. So the idea of how do I, engage in that environment and be safe about it is a really important one. And, that's a lot of what we've been focused on. And, there's insurance ramifications to that, and there's autonomy ramifications. But, the opportunity to start thinking about the world through a slightly different lens is, I think is very powerful.